Hi, I'm Gordon from Camera Labs, and this is the Sony FE 100mm Macro G Master, a long-awaited new close-up lens for their full-frame system. It is capable of 1.4:1 reproduction, or 1.4 times magnification, and that's comfortably greater than life-sized 1:1 without the need for bellows, tubes, or teleconverters. That said, it is actually compatible with teleconverters, allowing up to 2.8 times magnification and still with autofocus. It comes 10 years after the previous FE 90mm 2.8 Macro G, which delivered lower 1:1 reproduction. It couldn't use teleconverters, and it had questionable sealing. I've no idea why it's taken Sony so long to make a new model, and I've certainly been requesting one every time I see them, but it's finally here and not only joins their high-end G Master catalogue, but also boasts greater magnification than its predecessor by matching the Canon RF with 1.4 times magnification. But unlike the Canon, it'll also work with teleconverters. First off though, what does 1.4:1 actually look like? So first, here's a view of a whole wristwatch. And now here it is at the closest distance for 1.4:1 reproduction. Here's another example, and now again at 1.4:1 to show how close you can get to those subjects. But with a teleconverter it's possible to get even closer still. So first, here's a watch mechanism filmed at 1.4:1, which is the maximum reproduction using the lens by itself. And now with a Sony 2x teleconverter fitted, doubling the reproduction to 2.8:1. For a more traditional macro test, I visited the butterfly gardens at Middleton Common Farm. I initially tried out insect subject detection on the camera, which certainly placed a box over most of the bodies of the butterflies, but I found that their eyes were rarely in focus at close range. So I switched to a small single AF area positioned over the eyes. For these video clips, I relied on continuous autofocus without any manual fine-tuning, and I'd say it's done a pretty good job. Remember, these clips are also handheld using the combination of optical steady shot in the lens and IBIS in the body.